back. And the verdict is in, but before we get to the results, both Tom and Roger had a chance to talk to our producers backstage. Take a listen.
You know, I'm pretty sick and tired of a commissioner who gets all jealous and goes through my phone every night. I didn't deflate anything. I'm not gonna stand by while I get accused of I had no part of. That deflated football isn't mine, Judge Berman, and Roger's gonna eat his words.
Tom's a cheater, and I'm not gonna take it anymore. Either he changes or it's over. He doesn't show me the respect I deserve in my own house, and I'm over it. That deflated football is his, and he needs to be a man and own up to his responsibilities.
Well, certainly a couple of passionate arguments on both sides of the issue. Tom, if the deflated football is yours, will you accept the punishment?
Look, Judge Berman, you gotta believe me. This deflated football is not mine. All right, you can't. What? You weren't there? You don't know? Okay, fine. If it does turn out that it is mine, I will take responsibility. I will own up. I will be a man.
Well, only time will tell. Let's bring Roger out. The results are in the case of the 11-pound football. Tom, you are not the deflator.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Howard Coward for box score.
Hello and welcome to the Box Score. I'm Brock in Los Angeles. They are the Danettes out in Milford, Connecticut. Guys, the NFL made a grand re-entrance into our lives last night as the Patriots hung up championship banner number 4. Now, Seton, yesterday you said the count of cold ones would be between 1 and 12. What was the final tally?
Oh, I don't know. I lost track after, just many. It's I don't believe it can be calculated.
Did you drink when things were going well or poorly? Not that they went poorly that much. Like, did it matter?
It didn't even matter that there was a football game on last night. It would have been exactly the same.
Would you like me to look into some type of guard on your social media where, like, maybe it closes down at midnight? You know, like the pool's closed.
No, that's right. That's right when I get going good.
Right.
I had a banner social media night last night. I mean, I absolutely killed it. I was on Periscope. My wife is pissed. But I had a blast.
Yeah, she was not.
Would you rather have your wife or me or one of us to have a kill switch on it, just in case?
The kill switch sometimes would be helpful when I'm like angry about something, and when I'm like, if I start cursing, maybe that might not be so good. Or sneakily putting videos of my wife watching the game, which she did not appreciate on the internet.
Now, one last thing. Did you mention to people about your new app that you're developing called Beeroscope?
No. I
hear about
the Beeroscope.
Am I letting it out of the bag?
Yeah, it's not really. I'm still working on it.
It's similar to Periscope, but you have to be 6 beers in to use it.
Yeah, Beeroscope.
Oh, Silicon Valley's all over that. We will get to your social media droppings later. But while you were immersed in the cold ones, the Steelers coaches were immersed in the Patriots radio call. And if you're wondering what Tomlin was listening to, I present to you the Dan Patrick Theater Troupe.
A goal to go. Football just outside the Steeler 5. Brady with a play fake to Bolton. He looks to throw. He lobs it to Gladys. He's open to the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots.
Lift him up. Number 2, jump ball city. 6'7". He hasn't played the whole preseason. Lined up the big guy and turned him loose. Why? Because you cannot stop him.
Love the reenactment. Dan and the Danette players were all in, and Dan, especially on like no sleep and getting home like 1 o'clock in the morning. Love the energy and enthusiasm and just reenacting what it must sound like trying to be doing a game and having that background of the Patriots radio network in your ear. So that was an amusing way to capture what was.
But Paul sort of like almost offhandedly in a way. It was like, hey, we should play like calls from the game over Dan.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh yeah, it's sort of funny. And then it's like, no, wait a minute. Yeah, we really should do that. Like that could be a riot.
Well, yeah, I asked Seton, I go, can you find a radio broadcast that's going on right now? And that's not really possible because you don't know what they're talking about. Obviously not talking about the game. But he did better. He found an actual game call from radio and started playing it. And Dan had no idea this was coming. We don't rehearse here anything, which I think is what is the best part about our show. Yeah. We kind of trust each other. It's like, hey, let's fall into a bit. And so Seton found this good clip and played it, and I just said to Dan, I go, be Tomlin. And that was my entire instruction to Dan, and he took it from there, and Seton wrote the music the right way, and I thought it was a really funny 2 minutes.
Well, Seton on the ones and twos, great as always. Now, last night you had a couple pops, and then you popped onto Twitter, and you actually accused Fritzy of having something to do with the Steelers having to hear the Patriots radio call. Now, Fritzy, were you the real reason that the Steelers were hearing the Pats?
That was stirring it up. I had seen that earlier, and I thought that maybe someone else had tweeted that, and then Seton was just retweeting it. I didn't know. I didn't realize.
Now,
that,
if that was tweeted out by a Cinemax porn actress,
he would have favored that.
I would have
Thanks for enjoying the show.
And then it would have been a friendship brewing there. But
how do you feel about that?
I'm not shocked. This is what the Danettes do to one another. It was actually kind of funny and clever, and it's just going to be a lifetime thing of me and the phone issues. And Seton took an opportunity.
Dude, you've got to block them. That's what I used to do.
Well, that was a good one. That was a good burn.
Yeah,
but,
that's great.
Yeah, I was able to wink at him, try to have a sense of humor about it. Although he knows how deeply sensitive I am to the whole phone thing, and that did not. You got to respect it. Didn't stop.
I put you on it instead of just saying like it sounds like Fritzy was running it. I put it on. You were actually on there and like added you so you could see it. But I also figured you weren't going to see it
because you don't check.
Yeah,
not as much as you guys. I'll check it, but I didn't see that until I think someone retweeted it like this morning or whenever it was, several hours later, and then I caught it and I just kind of let it go and just let it simmer a little bit.
Well, this headset thing might have a life of its own, but if there's anyone to put this in perspective for us, it's Tony Dungy. He told Dan that this has never happened to him in New England, but it happens everywhere else.
I have to say in the times that I was up there, it never happened to us, but a lot of teams have complained about it. It could just be the area of the stadium and where it is and wireless reception, just like when you're on your cell phone. In some places, it's just bad reception. Unfortunately for the Patriots, anytime anything like this happens, there's always suspicion, and is it something that they're driving that just goes with the territory? But Dan, it does. It happens in a lot of stadiums. It happens all the time.
Man, I was like, whoa, what the hell happened to Tony Dungy? Isn't he supposed to be like, yeah, every time I went up there, I knew my headsets weren't going to work. That's why we were always talking outside of the locker room.
Chandler in the slot, Gronk on the outside. Brady's under center. Bolden in the background. A lob for Gronkowski. Fade to the back corner left. Makes the catch this time. Inbound. His third touchdown for the Patriots.
And he gives you the Antoine Walker shimmy shake.
Right. Now, hearing this right now is going to make my player step out of bounds in the end zone, so the touchdown doesn't count.
Or it can make my quarterback throw like 13 complete passes in a row if I was on the other side.
Right. Makes sense to me.
Yeah, Steelers, you have only yourself to blame. Stick around. One of Dan's toys is broken. We will find out who did it. One of these things in the world that is unbreakable, my love for the Ram 1500 Eco Diesel. Every truck can climb a hill, haul a trailer, tow a boat, but not everybody has the most fuel-efficient half-ton truck on the road. Get more facts at ramtrucks.com. Guts, glory, Ram. The Box Score presents Great Moments in DP Show History.
I'm putting dents in here.
Brady Hoke said he doesn't see what you're doing.
Oh my God.
Attaboy.
You just crushed his skull.
Thanks for watching Great Moments in DP Show History. We are back here on the Box Score, a classic yet disturbing moment in DP Show history where Dan crushed Todd's bobblehead, killing him in effigy. Todd, do those scars still remain deep in your soul?
They do. Well, thanks to you and the Box Score, you bring back something I was trying to get past, on a Friday, heading into the weekend, trying to think happy thoughts, looking forward to spending time with the family, and then you bring up something like that, and that's going to set me back now a while. They don't really, that's not the kind of thing you can buy in any store or order online. It was a special moment, special thing that was created, and that no longer exists, and I don't think Dan fully understands or appreciates what he...
Does he know that it still bothers you?
I don't think he does. But I should probably bring it to his attention, and then he'll say, "Stop being a wimp and a baby and hiding in the corner." And right?
Why don't you go? You know what you should do, maybe Fritzy, is break one of his bobbleheads in front of him, and just have an out of nowhere reaction. Let's say you're in the middle and he says something like, "Hey, what happened to this guest?" And you say, "You know what? Bam, 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 bam," and he's got 60 of them over there. And he probably has a dozen of himself.
Yeah, but I get concerned.
You had one of yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why you have to find something else in here that's one of one.
And he would probably deserve for me to do that, but he's, since he's a hoarder and likes every little thing where it is, even though it wouldn't be sneaky, I'd be doing it right in front of him.
But you liked your bobblehead and he smashed it on national TV.
Imagine if you smashed a little Bobby Knight. I mean, that first one already smashed,
was already
but
replaced.
that would be a good one.
I should get back to him in some way, shape, or form, but I don't want to go too far where it's something that's going to like really.
Maybe you could just take 2 of his bobbleheads and put them in the opposite area of the desk. That would mess with
Something's
and
off.
that would be something very passive aggressive for you to do.
That's true. And this way I'm not breaking anything, but it's just enough to mess with his obsessive compulsive. I like it.
Well, Dan's one-of-one Don Mattingly mannequin was damaged this morning, and apparently Fritzy was right in Dan's crosshairs.
Do you know what happened to Don Mattingly? No, I don't care about the Cougar of the Week.
You don't care?
No, look at that.
Well, how did that happen? Did you knock it over?
That's why I'm asking you the question.
It could have been that ghost that's floating around here. That's terrible.
But I come in after a long night working.
And sitting there.
Drive all night, and then I see Don Mattingly.
And regardless of whether one of us did it, the least we can do is clean it up and put it back together.
I got both arms off, Donnie.
Who do you think did it?
And they've been playing well.
Yeah, Fritzy's acting skills are fantastic. He gave you the same "oh my God" that happened during the bobblehead breaking incident. Now, what happened there is that before the show, Dan can't sit still at all, and so what he does is he walks around the studio lighting incense, moving helmets, and moments before the show, he decided, for no reason whatsoever, to move the Don Mattingly doll. It fell apart, and he looks at us as if, what happened? What did you guys do? And none of us were within 30 feet of it, and then he left it there. That's exactly what happened.
That's so true. He always moves those helmets. I never even thought about it.
Shuffling around the order of the helmets.
He's always got something in that area that he's doing.
Right. That's exactly
well, Fritz, you'd mentioned this, but a seat, let me ask you, could Jeff the Ghost be involved in any way here?
He's always a factor, Jeff the Ghost. I wouldn't put it past him that he was up in Foxborough last night and messing with headphones and headsets. Yeah, Jeff's definitely at play here, or at least
is he a Pats fan from what we know of him in the past? I mean, this is the New England area.
Or anti-Yankees?
We're pretty close to New York here, so this is very much Giants territory, isn't it?
Yeah. But I'm just thinking, if he's up in Foxborough messing with the headsets, maybe he was a Pats fan.
Maybe.
Possible. Hey, McLovin, what's the one piece of memorabilia that, if it was destroyed, would destroy Dan?
Good question.
Did Dan get super upset about something really stupid one time?
The Bob Knight thing, he went berserk.
Oh,
he went
berserk
over.
Which, by the way, I noticed is still, the headless Bob Knight is still right around the corner.
No, because he won't even throw away a broken Bob Knight doll that's already been replaced.
He was so mad about that.
That's the most upset I've seen him in the past 5 years.
Sure.
And it was not fake for the air. The cameras were off, and he was like distraught that this one-of-a-kind, which it wasn't, a Bob Knight doll was broken. Now, I don't like, I'm kind of like that too. If irreplaceable things get broken, you're kind of inconsolable for a few minutes. Like, man, it's irreplaceable. But we found out within 2 hours that it was replaceable from the guy who gave it to us.
We had it the next day, I think.
He was even...
I tried to show him that card that said 53 of 811. That was at the bottom of the
Yeah. Fascinating. Fascinating.
Oh, Bobby Knight. All right, coming up, it's a white guy toss for you. We're going to talk about our favorite MCs rocking the mic and see how well these guys know themselves. Welcome back to Box Score. We've been known to have a musical debate or two here on the show, and a while back we asked these guys who their favorite MC/rapper was. Let's see, check the old memory banks as we play another edition of
Know Your
Self. Very good. Let's start in the front row. Paulie, do you recall who your favorite MC/rapper was?
Now this is single person, not rap group, right?
Correct.
This is tough because I've got like half a dozen in my head. The name that came out to me as my personal favorite is Slick Rick.
That's what I was gonna guess. Slick Rick.
Was it Slick Rick?
Not the other Slick Rick.
Favorite
Big
rapper.
Daddy Kane.
I probably will mess up the game because of this choice. I'm gonna say Public Enemy and Chuck D. I like a lot of other guys, Slick Rick, Big Daddy Kane, etc. Chuck D, Public Enemy.
Yeah, I had the feeling I might go there. I actually don't think Chuck D is the most talented rapper of all time. I thought the group was fantastic. I liked the way they took on social issues. They entertained. They were home run, one of my favorites in the late 80s, early 90s. But from a ability and entertainment value, Slick Rick was my guy. So I didn't get my own right, but I was second on my guess.
Elvis was a hero to most. To the back row, McLovin, who did you say was your favorite lyricist?
I think it's pretty easy.
MC Search?
Can anyone guess MC Search? Well, of course, but that's too obvious. Anyone have any other guesses?
Humpty Hump.
Fresh Prince, because he's from
Philly. That would have been good.
But
there's only one guy that I can really just do the entire song for. Rob Bass.
Give it
He's just
to
here
Rob
to get down.
Was it Rob Bass?
My favorite rapper of all time is obviously Rob Bass. He's here to get down. He's not internationally known, but he's known to rock the microphone.
Yeah.
I love you spoken wording from Rob Bass.
With the help of Easy Rock.
Why is it obviously Rob Bass?
Two songs?
Two songs. If you graduated high school when I did, as Paul I did,
That was huge.
it was literally the soundtrack of your life. Like, I know songs like get played a lot, like, what was that song, Shake a Polaroid Picture? Rob Bass was literally, the second you woke up, somebody was playing Rob Bass. When you went to bed, somebody was playing Rob Bass.
I remember once eating at Pizza Hut, and they had a jukebox there, and this girl played that Rob Bass song.
Right about now.
Literally the entire time we were there. It was back to back to back to back. She just bullied the jukebox, and it was like it was the first time I heard the song, and I was like, oh, this is a good song. And by the time dinner was over, I was like, oh my God.
You don't get those chills when you hit it.
Yeah, you know, if you think about it though, we're the generation where rap was the primary source of music for us. Like when I was in the end of high school and early in college, rap was bigger than rock, or as big as rock. Like I listened to more rap because all the white guys liked rap back when I was in college. All the white guys, and I mean, the names from those days are the songs we listen to the most, not like a niche.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the soundtrack of our lives. Seton, who was your favorite MC?
I'd have to say Nas.
The Nas.
Yeah, the Nas.
Was it Nas?
Oh. Favorite rapper, definitely Nas. Definitely Nas. But if it was group, I'd have to say Wu-Tang. But Nas.
Yeah, Wu-Tang's for the children. Wu-Tang's great, man. They're awesome. Although I haven't really listened to Nas recently because I like a bunch of new rappers. But yeah, he's the greatest MC of all time, no doubt.
Fantastic. To the old dirty bastard Fritzy, who's your favorite rapper?
I really like Biggie, and we can't do Run DMC or Beastie Boys or Public Enemy, obviously things like that, because of that would be a group. But as far as like maybe the most songs that I like with one, I'd probably go LL Cool J, which I don't even remember if I said that or not, but I'm gonna go.
LL
Ladies
Cool
love
J
Cool J.
Let's see. Did Fritzy say ladies love Cool J?
Favorite rapper? Wow, that's a tough one. Again, as a group, it would be Run DMC. If I had to single out somebody, then maybe I'd go LL Cool J. Yeah, I'd take a muscle-bound man and put his face in the sand. That was a good one. I think I'm gonna back up. Yeah, LL's a man. You know, group, it's a lot tougher when you're dealing with the group, but if you got to go one, you know, no offense.
I'll bet you'll get this LL Cool J's real name, and I think you know it.
I think his name is Todd something.
Smith?
Is it
Todd Smith? That sound right?
Because in the rap he says like, because I'm the real Todd, Mr. Bogart in charge.
I think you're right. Can you imagine if he stuck with Todd Smith? Todd
Smith would not be famous.
Any chance? No?
That wouldn't go?
No.
I'm Todd Smith.
It's a little different than, not quite the
Todd Smith going back to Cali. Well, congratulations to the back row. You are victorious.
I don't think so.
All right. Coming up, the first Football Night in America Challenge has been issued. We will check out the results after this. Of course, this is the box score, and we are taking a break to remind you that the Ram Heavy Duty with its best-in-class towing, torque, and horsepower doesn't need one. Guts, glory, Ram. We are closing up shop here on the box score. The NFL season kicked off last night with the Patriots win. All well and good if you're a Patriots fan, but if you're a box score fan, you are ultimately concerned with the winner in this week's
Football Night in America Challenge.
We asked you how many touchdowns would Tom Brady throw, and let's take a look at the line from last night. Brady threw 288 yards for 4 touchdowns, 3 of them coming to the man he hooked up with first, Rob Gronkowski. So that means that McLovin and Pauly get the 2 bonus points for calling his first touchdown hookup. But our big winner is Seaton. He was dead on with Brady throwing 4 touchdowns, so that's 5 points for him. Seaton, is it safe to say that you will dominate all challenges involving the Patriots this year?
No, it is not safe to say that at all. Although I'm surprised I'm not being accused of cheating.
I've continued straight from last place all last year right into week 1 of this year.
Easing in.
Yeah, I came on late last year. I was getting crushed.
Was it clarified yesterday there was 5 points for the number of TDs and 2 points for the name of the first catch?
No. But that does not stop us from making the rules.
Typical Patriots bias.
Ooh, I'm hearing something. I'm hearing the radio broadcast in my ear. All right, let's take a look at the leaderboard after week 1, our first challenge. Seaton picking up where he left off, the leader with 5 points. McLovin and Pauly right behind with 2. And Fritzy and myself bringing up the rear with donuts. Fantastic. McLovin, are you? If you had to place odds on Seaton going wire to wire and repeating this year, what would they be?
Wire to wire.
Wire to wire is tough. I don't think anyone's ever gone wire to wire in the football challenge. Generally, we've done it once
Except
before.
for last place.
Not over, yeah. Seaton does pretty good at this. I would give him like a 10% chance. No, how many people are in 5? 20% chance. There's a 1 in 5 chance of winning this.
Dick.
Actual numbers. All right, Fritzy, who's on next week?
NFL Network analyst Marshall Falk will be part of things Monday to recap the big week
That's gonna be awesome.
Sunday games. What is that?
Marshall, huge Patriots hater.
Oh, that's right.
I love Marshall. I think he's awesome. I love him as a guest.
You must
not talking.
You must have been so excited in 2001 when those Patriots won that Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, I wasn't paying attention at all.
He was.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, guys. We are back Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern right here in Audience Channel 239. The podcast is available on iTunes or podcast1.com. Have a great weekend.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching the box score. Holy cow!